All right, so here's a video about what's happening in Europe. The Swiss franc or franc getting taken off of the euro peg. How that created massive derivatives nightmares, along with the oil dropping in price that has been happening recently, also causing derivatives nightmares for trading firms and whatnot. So this is from Zero Hedge. He's talking about, the European Union, the leader, Draghi, Mario Draghi, or whatever. Draghi's trillion euro bazooka in Swiss National Bank shock is, quote, icing on the cake for gold and silver, precious metals. And I mentioned part of what this guy said in my previous video, but you'll hear exactly the statement that he made. Is gold a safe haven? Mark O'Brien, or Byrne, executive and research director at Goldcore, told CNBC yesterday that yes, it is. He said that the Swiss National Bank's recent decision was icing on the cake for gold and shows how gold thrives in a volatile environment. Which, by the way, silver's back past 15 up to 18. Gold's is touching 1,300 again. It was struggling with 1,200 not that long ago. It's already blasted through $100. So the interview says, it goes like this. CNBC's Seema Modi. Given the lackluster performance of gold over the past 2 years, investors have been questioning whether gold is in fact a good investment. But last week's unexpected move by the Swiss National Bank confirmed that perhaps gold is still a safe haven by investors during a time of rising volatility. Would you agree? And he says, Mark does, I would indeed. Yes, absolutely. And I think the Swiss National Bank decision is actually icing on the cake because there were strong fundamental factors in place coming through from 2014, and gold prices had actually started to move up, particularly in euro terms, but also in dollar and sterling terms, even prior to the Swiss National Bank decision. Then the Swiss National Bank decision last week obviously caused a lot of turmoil on the markets, and you just mentioned there about FXCM and Alpari, and it shows again how volatile these markets are, and that this is an environment that very much suits gold and speaks to the need of having gold in a diversified portfolio. So the CNBC person says, if you are expecting volatility going into the new year, should one be buying gold? And if so, how much of their portfolio should be allocated towards the shiny metal? Mark says, well, there's a huge amount of academic research just in recent years, both coming out of academia, but also out of independent research by massive allocation specialists, the likes of Ibbotson and companies like that. And a lot of the research shows that a small allocation of gold is very, very prudent. What is small, he asks. He says, 5, 7, 10%. Okay, so 5 to 7% of your portfolio should be allocated towards gold. And Mark says, physical gold. Seema Moody says, physical gold? Mark says, yes, to physical gold, because the whole point of holding gold is that you hold it in the safest way possible. It's not really a trade. There is no point owning it as a futures contract with FXCM or with some other counterparty where there is a degree of counterparty risk. So physical gold is a safe haven, unlike paper gold or electronic gold. The research, as I said, is actually 5 to 7%, but there is an old Wall Street adage, which is you should put 10% of your money in gold and hope to God it doesn't work. Because if it does work, it generally means the rest of your portfolio is not performing very well. That's not good across the world, now would it? The interview can be seen here. European Central Bank's momentous QE as currency war intensifies. Tomorrow, the ECB is generally expected to march where other central banks have marched before and largely failed by initiating its own quantitative easing or QE program. All will be reeled at 12:45 GM time. Now, this is from today. So tomorrow there's some news coming out, which I was talking to Pastor Dowell today. By the way, we were talking a little bit about this, and be interesting to see. I heard that it's going to be around $50 billion a month, QE, over in Europe. Remains to be seen, but that's what I heard. So he says, round 2 of currency wars looks set to begin as the ECB, or European Central Bank, attempts to weaken the euro in order to increase competitiveness in Europe, reduce imports, and increase exports, thereby creating jobs, stimulating demand, and aiding economic growth. At least it is hoped. So that's interesting that the word currency war is being used. Oh, that's right. Lindsey Williams said that word would be used way before we would be hearing those words on the news. Currency wars. That is precisely what's been happening. Remember Russia the other day? Massive downfall in their currency price. Venezuela, Argentina. And you know who's causing the war. Roman Empire. New Age Roman Empire. Western world. Sorry. Hate to break that to you. When you think you live in this peaceful, loving American country, we're the best, USA, USA. No. Not for much longer. With Europe flirting dangerously close to recession, deflationary pressures building in some sectors, and with interest rates at 0% and close to as low as they can go, the ECB is going all out or all in, the desperate hope that further QE is the required medicine for the structurally challenged and debt-riddled European economies. Once again, what did Lindsey Williams say would happen? Europe will be the first to go. European Union or the Euro, it's going to have major problems. And when it does, I mentioned this again recently, he said it will be coming to America very shortly after that. He was told in a matter of weeks it would be here, and you would have those matter of weeks to get your financial house in order, aka also known as get your gold and silver coins in your possession, not someone else's possession, not paper gold, not paper silver, not a warehouse receipt where it's supposedly stored, not a futures contract, physical freaking gold and silver bullion in your possession. It's the only thing that's going to save you, your finances, when this all goes down. As I mentioned the other day, if you can call your broker, I got a 401k, retirement, you tell them, put my retirement, my investment on the sidelines in cash. I want it out of the markets. That's what you need to be doing. And I don't give a crap if you were to do that today, and then in a few months from now, the Dow Jones is at an all-time high of $19,000. Because something else Lindsey Williams said that has been absolutely spot on back since the 2008 and 9 crisis, when the markets went down to, Dow was down to 7,500-ish, whatever, the low. And we're currently in 17,000 something, right? He said you're going to see the market rise. You're going to see the stock markets rise. Because they want to pull every last sucker back in. They want to make sure everybody's back in when they pull the rug out this time. Because it's going to hurt. They got to pull every last sucker in, is what he said. That's what he called them. That's what they said, every last sucker. He says they're going to do it. They're going to make sure you just believe that the markets are safe. They're going up. We don't know why. We don't care why. They're just going up, so it's fine. Years will go by. It's fine, because if it wasn't fine, it should have already happened by now. So I'm going to go ahead and get back in the market. He said you're going to see that market go up. And when you are looking at any kind of reality, news, whatever it may be, and you're telling yourself, why on God's earth would the market be rising today on this news? It's going to rise. And when you say it's got to be at the top, it can't go any higher, there's no way. He said it's going to rise again. And when you say, okay, that's fine, it can't keep going, it has to stop, it's going to rise again. They're going to make sure they pull every last sucker in. And boy, oh boy, have they been. And what happens every time a stock market's at the all-time high, and all the news pundits are talking about the all-time high, all-time high, all-time high, market crash. It's coming. I firmly believe it's September, October timeframe. Too many occult things are happening in that time frame. Lindsey Williams also said it was going to happen around that time frame. We got the blood moon thing. I mean, there's numerous things that point to that time frame. And you already got Greece about to step away from the euro. You had Iceland remove its application from joining the euro. We don't even want to be a part of that garbage anymore, so just take our application, shred it. You got the Swiss National Bank. We're removing ourselves from the euro peg. We're in January. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Man, we got 8 months to go. And this is already happening? Is it possible the fireworks might get started a little earlier? Yes, but no. Yes, it could, and some things are happening. But no, I think when these guys have a plan, like this big date time frame in September, I think it's safe to say they want to, if a blood moon, the final blood moon, a cult cycle is happening, man, they want to, we want to party like it's 1999, it's got to be 1999 to party like it's 1999. So, blood moon cycle, all these other cycles ending in September, we got to wait for it. Remember the weird, crazy, occult, weird damn message that Christine Lagarde, the head of the IMF, said? That one time, never ever has she spoken anything like this, nor has anybody in a remote similar position as her said. A little side rant of, not even a rant, but a little side message. She comes out, first words out of her mouth, yeah, I just do what I'm told, and I come and say what I'm supposed to say. Yeah. Okay, so, and she goes on to talk for a minute, and then we're going to talk about cycles of 7. The number 7 and numerology and 7 and that's funny, 7. 2008 crash, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 would be 8 years, but we're in cycles of 7. So that would be 2015. It also happened to be September, October time frame, 2008. Exactly 7 years later, precisely. Is that 7? Again, that's 7. And that was her way of telling the elite and anybody that's part of that group, so to speak, even the minions, hey, here's your sign. I went off on a weird little rant here about cycles of 7. Hello, cycles of 7. Oh, did you hear? Yeah, got it. Or you know how they do that symbol? Little horn beast, whatever. I just saw a picture a couple days ago of the Pope and his little sidekick, whoever that guy was, Pontiff or somebody, whatever. Both of them. Smiling. Who in the hell, religious person of anybody, period, would be both of them side by side, cameras flickering, hey, everybody, what's up? Are you kidding me? What's that about? That's kind of interesting, isn't it? The old Catholic Church, once again. The only remnant of the ancient Roman Empire. Still in existence today. Still pulls in more money than any other church, group, religion on the face of the earth. Sure as hell isn't divvying it up to feed the poor people. No. Where's all that money going? Child sex scandals out the yin-yang. Constantly. Another priest, another priest, another priest, another priest, another priest. Child. Come on. Unbelievable. So, long story short, end this video. It is very important to have your precious metals. As I've said, I admit, I have never would have thought it would have taken this long for all these things to start happening. And yet you can look back and see the little events that have happened that say, yeah, you're on the right track, old J Snip. But damn, I didn't expect it to take this many years. I'll be the first to admit, I never thought I'd be able to accumulate enough silver. Or at least the goal I had set, a higher goal that I thought I'd never reach. And then year after year, oh, you know what? I can buy some more silver. Oh, it hadn't happened yet. Oh, I can buy some more silver. Oh, the price haven't skyrocketed yet. Oh, they've come down. I can buy some more silver. So you've got gas prices down to $1.80 something around here in Florida. And that wiped a bunch of people's derivative contracts out. People who were betting on higher gas prices based on the normal thing we were always told all these years. War makes gas prices go high. The rumors of war make it go high. Skirmishes make it go high. How come it's not going up? Because the price of a gallon of gas, a barrel of oil, is set on Wall Street every single day. That's what sets the price on the COMEX market, just like gold, silver, and other commodities, right? So you want to drop the price on us? Go ahead. You're giving us, enlightened people, a fire sale, and we thank you. So take advantage of it. Go get some. Don't wait till the last minute, because when you wait till the last minute, that's when you're saying, damn, now everybody's in on it. I can't get it, whatever the problem is, and you're in trouble. When the price of silver and gold skyrocket, you are not going to care if you bought silver at $10, $20, $30, $40, $50. When you see where the prices ultimately go because of all this turmoil, which is probably going to start again September timeframe of this year, September, October-ish. And that's just probably the beginning, right? That's just going to be when the fireworks start. You're going to see all these countries immediately up. China, we've got our, don't settle down. We've got our currency backed by gold. Oh, Russia, part of BRICS nations. Yep, us too. India, yep, us too. America, you, oh, that's right. We took all your gold. We bought it. Oh, appreciate that. Thanks, man. But that doesn't affect you personally, because you personally can buy that gold too, or silver. And again, I buy silver. I got rid of all my gold and bought silver. Because when you have silver at 65 or 70 to 1, meaning 70 ounces of silver will buy you 1 ounce of gold, roughly, you know what history shows, that should be around 16 to 1 or 20 to 1 max. So if that 70 to 1 were to come down to 20 to 1 today, your silver is going to probably triple, to say the least, a little bit more than triple, just from that event. Then imagine if it's already $200 or $300 an ounce for silver, based on that 70 to 1 ratio with gold, which means gold's, $10,000, $15,000, whatever it may be. And then that starts coming into play, the 70 to 1, 60 to 1, 50 to 1, 40 to 1, 30 to 1. It has to come back. Where gold goes, silver goes. Gold goes up, silver goes up. Gold goes down, silver goes down. When paper currencies blow up and there's nothing backing them, pure fiat money across the face of the earth, the first country that says, hey, ours is backed by gold, is immediately the new superpower. The one calling the shots. That's what they call the golden rule. It's been around forever. And it goes like this. He who has the gold makes the rules. Take care.